Hello, my name is India Rhodes, and this is my author oral study of the author William Blake. Who was William Blake? William Blake was born on November 28, 1757, to James and Catherine Wright Blake in Soho in London. He was one of 7 children born, however, only 5 of those children made it past infancy. As Blake he grew up not attending any type of formal schooling. He actually started out enrolling in drawing school at the age of 10. And after that, he was then put under an apprenticeship of an engraver. And at the age of 21, that is when Blake left from under the apprenticeship and enrolled at the Royal Academy. During his time at the Royal Academy, he made his living as a journeyman engraver. And after that, he married Catherine Bocher on August 18, 1782. And like many women of that time, Catherine did not know how to read, she did not know how to write, or even sign her own name. So William Blake then took it upon himself to teach his newlywed wife how to read and how to write. William Blake's style. William Blake made sure that majority of his works included ideas that referenced the spiritual and political beliefs and the challenges that were going on in that time in London. He is also known for seeing things such as angels and ghosts and writing about those sightings in his works. And one thing that differed him from many other authors is that he made it a point to draw paintings that corresponded with the poems and books that he had written. This difference allowed readers to read his works and also have a visual aspect that went along with every reading that they read that was published by William Blake. William Blake's works. William Blake had a vast number of poems, books, and art pieces, and that really showcased how much he loved the arts. He published over 139 poems, over 50 books, and over 111 artwork pieces. One of his most famous books was The Songs of Innocence and of Experience. It was a compilation of many different poems that William Blake had written. It was published in 1789, and it was inspired by illuminated manuscripts made by monks in medieval times. And of all of those poems that were in this book, The Tiger was one of the most famous poems. Some of his other more famous works included poems titled The Lamb, A Poison Tree, The Little Black Boy, and many more. This is just an example of the 4 poems that we were assigned to read during this class, and it shows how he had the poems and also a visual aspect to go along with each poem. But these were the ones that we were reading during our World Lit class: The Chimney Sweeper, The Little Black Boy, The Tiger, and The Lamb. Summary of Blake's works. Overall, like I said, William Blake's works included ideas that were challenging the spiritual and political mindset at the time in London, but he also made sure to write about themes such as innocence, religion, society, good and evil, and like I said, politics. His poems also focused on encouraging equality in society based on the ideas of love and freedom. And like I said, he created works of art to go along with each poem. But the overall summary of William Blake's works were that he didn't just write to write. He wrote about pressing issues that were going on in London, whether they be spiritual, religion, or political beliefs that were going on. And he made sure to include that in many of his works and challenge those ideas that were going around in London. William Blake's impact. The Romantic period was from 1798 and it ended in 1837. And during that time, there was a lot of social change, including there was a big push to end slavery. And then a lot of the inspiration that was a part of the Romantic period was brought on from the French Revolution. And William Blake is viewed as a poet and a painter in the Romantic age. And he was one of the earliest Romantic period writers. Even though a lot of his works were made before the Romantic period, he is still seen as one of the earliest Romantic period writers. And a lot of his works consisted of spiritual and political freedom, which were very pressing issues during the Romantic period. And what set William Blake apart was that he was one of the first to romanticize children, where he pit the innocence and imagination of children against the harsh corruption of adulthood. So he really played into the weight of those two opposing factors. And all of these characteristics that William Blake embodied made his impact and his work so monumental for the advancement and the creation of the Romantic period. These are my works cited where I got a lot of my information. A story called The Romantic Period by the Eastern Connecticut State University. A work titled William Blake by the Poetry Foundation. And another work titled Who is William Blake by Take Kids. I want to thank you so much for watching and reading, and thank you.